Hey guys, just testing out Minecraft 1.19.2 Valhelsia 5 mods, and now a new one for me is the PneumaticCraft repressurized mod. It's all about air pressure and heating things and stuff like that. I'm not overly familiar with it yet, and I'm not sure how much I'm going to keep using it, because there's a whole bunch to do with cracking oil into various petroleum products and controlling drones and lots of stuff in it. But to be honest, I'm already doing a lot of things like that with other things. But there's a unique food stuff you can make by using a pressure cooker or so forth, and I wanted to add that to my repertoire. So I've gone through the basics and made sure that I understand how to set myself up in a survival game if I was to use this. And it's not too difficult. There's not a lot of information available. It's all seeming to be quite old or not very detailed. I suppose I shall go over a little bit what I've got here. And I've only needed to set up. This isn't part of the machine. Once it's finished, you only need the pressure chamber for creating all your bits. Once you've done that, it's not quite, but it is part of the factory, I suppose. Anyway, although if you might require more air compressors, you only need one air compressor to run this chipper and ice machine. But to run the pressure chamber, you need probably 2 or 3, to be honest. So you're looking at possibly different machines. But you need that one for setup. Let's have a quick look. I've got the chunk boundary thing on because apparently you get problems with being out of boundaries, but I'll turn that off. Actually, no, I'm feeling a bit more comfortable with it on because I don't like the threat of things blowing up very much. Anyway, so if we have a look at the manual for it, PneumaticCraft, you have to look at the getting started. It says make a pressure chamber, and it gives you a little map of what they should look like, and you can visualize this on the world if you're in creative mode, I suppose. I'm not sure. Oh no, you have to actually build it yourself, so maybe it's an assistance for survival as well. But you can see here, this is exactly what I did. I just placed it down like this and then built in what it said after I exploded my iron. Oh, how do I get rid of this? Right click a block to anchor the structure. I don't even know how to get rid of it now. Oh, we can stay there. Yes, you need TNT. I won't go into that. Maybe I will quickly. Hang on. You place some TNT. And your iron ingots. You throw it down. You light it up. I don't need to show you that. That's all self-explanatory. To get your very first one, so you can build this pressure chamber and all the piping, you need to blow up some iron ingots to make the compressed iron, isn't it? Anyway, basic construction material. But you only need that material from then on, so you can make it. You can make it with just this machine, just this simple machinery here, which I started with. Actually, it's not too simple. I've had to put in my opinion, it needs a whole bunch of safety equipment So if any installation of this kind of thing, I'd definitely have safety valve. I'd want a charging station just to make sure. You got to have the gauge. What's it called? Yes. Anyway, the gauges here with the threshold set, and I'll go over this in a second. And also, I've got another failsafe and controls, and it's all over the place with terms of controlling for safety. Because if this gets too high, if your pressures get too high, and I'm only using 1 bar at the moment, which is really nice. But if it gets over 5 bar, it will explode. And I haven't had that happen. I haven't invented anything more than like 1.5 bar into the air by breaking piping. It's relatively brittle. It doesn't tolerate you changing things. If I put down some piping here, the gas will escape everywhere. So it's not very user friendly to begin with and be constructing. So you want to make sure you know what you're doing a little bit, I think. So placing all your piping out and things before you turn anything on, making sure it's all a good network. Anyway, so what have we got here? We've got the pipes, the tubes. They call them tubes. Sorry, tubes, and air compressors. Only one is running. Neat. Let me find the proper name for this. Here it is, pressure gauge tube module. And how this operates is it emits a signal, a redstone signal, based on the current pressure of the tube, and which we can use to compare it here to say it's reached a certain threshold. In this case, I've got an analog lever controlling my threshold is 5, and it's 2 times, so that's 2.5 bar. If it gets to 2.5 bar, we get a signal out of here into our comparator, into our NOT, which says do not run the air compressors, because I've got them turned on to be only run when the signal is high. You can see the turning on and off. That's because my other safety. I've got a fallout of I can turn the whole thing off just by flicking this switch, because I've got another override here into this NOT from our sensor, and that sensor is checking the temperature of our cooker, of our pneumatic processing plant, a pressure cooker. From my perspective, just being a chipper thing. French fries, if you're that way inclined. Yes. So I've lost my plot. So the sensor is set to 160 degrees. If the block's heat gets 160 degrees, then it emits a redstone. The sensors, actually, now I come to think about it, I really should check how manufacturing these sensors. Oh, this annoys me. And pneumatic. What do I need to build? This guy. Pressure chamber walls. Oh no, that's easy. A fermented spider eye. Goodness. Yeah, no, that wouldn't be too hard. And also the sensor itself. I don't imagine it's anything too complicated, but I need also this guy. It's one of those. Tubing. A notebook. Oh, that's all easy. We also need GPS tool, which is plastic. Oh dear. Oh dear, we have a problem, Houston, because at the moment, putting liquid plastic to make plastic, I imagine, cooking construction bricks. In world solidifying, yes, okay, so molten plastic goes into plastic. You don't want to introduce molten plastic into your game at the moment with Valhelsia 5. It crashes apparently. So technically I couldn't have built that at the moment, but hopefully that is going to be fixed, I guess, because it's really quite important to control the system. What a shame, because it's... Yeah, so I couldn't build that at the moment. But, I don't know, so... Anyway, there's a bug, so... Anyway, so I'm still playing around with it. It's nice to experiment. What else have we got? A thermo-pneumatic processing plant. I think that's easy to create. I think I checked that already. And the vortex tube. I think that's easy to create too. Yeah, what's the vortex tube? It's basically an air conditioner that you can cook eggs off the back of. It goes over the top in the way it freezes things and heats things absolutely over the top. The balance is out of control. This is another reason why I don't know if I'm going to be using the mod for much. It's wildly out of control. Over here I've got another experiment I was using with the blaze burner. I was getting temperatures of 800 degrees burning sticks. And like only every so often, and it was 800 degrees all of a sudden. I thought everything was going to explode and blow up me. I've kept it down here in my flat world on the wall, so it's against bedrock in case anything happened. But anyway, yes, no, this is a failed experiment over here with blaze burner. Because I didn't want to use any complicated things, but from that mod, but didn't turn out. Anyway, so I still need this though for we need oil to cook our fries, chips, and we get those by cold pressing seeds, like cabbage seeds, which I have an abundance of due to the fact that I am using rich soil, which you should check out. Anyway, so we create vegetable oil, and that goes in, and of course we need potatoes. Oh, did I mention this fine control, temperature control? Yes, the same thing is, so 160 degrees it's set to, so it's maintaining this at 160 degrees with a sticky piston and the insulation around it. The more solid blocks around the our thermo-pneumatic processing plant, the hotter it can get. But unfortunately that means that our freezing unit gets not so cold as well. So we want to be able to run ice cubes, and it's a miracle having ice cubes, or at least ice, and then I'll be able to crush that into ice cubes, because it opens up a world of desserts to me. So having this is important to me for two reasons: creating the chips, the fries, and also creating ice cubes so I can create desserts. But most importantly, the desserts, I just forgotten about it until I was building the chipper. Anyways, so we want to be able to run both at the same time, and as you run it, the potatoes, we'll have a look. We'll see. Oh, that thing over there is really nasty. How do I get rid of it? It's showing through everything. As you'll see, the temperature will go down So it's got to stay on. But if I do this, the temperature also go up. So if I put, this is a heat frame, which takes the temperature and applies it into the items in the chest. It's got a bit of a problem at the moment as well, but it's not causing any game issues, so I'm using it. Yes, so you got to balance the temperature out on both sides, and 160 degrees seems good because you need at least 150 to cook. And it uses some as you're cooking, so you want to be able to keep going. But anyway, 160 degrees, balancing it out like this, it seems to work out nicely. How we processed all that water just like that. We could put some more in and process it again. It probably won't be so fast this time because it was so slow. But see, it's happening at a reasonable pace, even though it's cooking at the same time. At least there it goes. Yes, I mean that's quite reasonable, especially since you get 3 to 5 or so ice cubes. Just throw this book away. Did I throw the? I did throw the book away. How do I get rid of it? Oh dear, that's gonna bug me. I'll need to fill that in, make that go away later on. Let's not look at it. So I was using multiple engines to try and balance this thing, but it comes down to just needing one, except for the pressurized iron, which you need about 4 bar for. So you need more than that. Initially. You know, I think I've covered everything now. I can't think of anything else. Oh yes, I know I covered that. Do you want to see some compressed iron? No, I'd need to change the engine setup. But anyway, thanks for watching.